Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Fix This Build That Sunday Night Live Show. I'm Brad.
And I'm Susan.
And we are here to be live. I should prep for these things. We're here to chat. What is up? What is up? We are on Instagram right now. We are on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, come join us on YouTube. It is Fix This Build That Live, the second channel. We're only going to be on for a very short amount of time, so please come over and join us on YouTube. And if you come over, let us know that you came over from YouTube, and we'll give you a big shout out. I got it. I can enter passwords. I got it. So welcome everybody. And we have been, this week, we just released a video. So if you've not seen it yet, we just released a video on recessed lighting, installing recessed lighting in a room that doesn't have access to the attic and it doesn't have existing lights. So we had this room that had one of those like switches that go into, it's a switch that goes into a wall outlet.
Right.
And like, that's like the weirdest thing. I mean, I feel like they should have stopped doing that in like the 50s.
Oh my gosh,
but,
yeah.
So it went to a wall outlet and we changed it over and we redid the wiring and did it in the ceiling, have some new LED lights. So go check that out if you've not seen it already, new on the YouTube channel live today. Okay. Let's hear. We got Made by Lane. Jeff Tree, what's up? Oh, he's going over to YouTube. Love it.
Yay.
Dirty Rotten Sagan. Awesome. And we got Chile. Let's hear. Who would we have over here on the YouTubes? Travis Porter in the house. What's up? We got Travis. We got Kevin. Fighting Irish. What's up? And from Illinois, we got Daniel Peaks from Chicago. Big Willie's in the house. What's up, my man? Spider Tim. Quails. Brandon Horn. All right. Awesome. Wallum. Nailbender. We got all the folks over here. John McCarty. All right. Came over from Instagram. Perfect. So that is what we have going on this week, which was awesome. It was a really fun project and something we've been putting off for a while. So that's one thing that, let's pop this out. So anytime we go in here, we'll just go ahead and pop that out, just so you don't have to have all that up.
Okay.
So if you guys, has anybody used those? We use the wafer lights, the LED wafer lights.
Yeah.
Game changer.
They were great.
Those things are amazing. They are really cool, and we're really enjoying them. Nancy Sheenman, what is up? From Nancy, came over from IG. Awesome. John McCarthy, he also came over. Hey, this is Asher Kevin. Oh, hey, Asher Kevin. It's not Kevin Gallimore. It's Asher Gallimore. Awesome. He's like, I'm taking Dad's phone, and we're doing it. Tyler Goss, how's it going, man? And Philip, what's up, Phil? Stan, Phil, in the house. How's it going, Phil? And Mario from Canada. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's what we had going on for today, or this week. And let me switch over because we want to, before we jump into it, we want to thank some new folks that joined the Builders Club this week. We had Collin Arledge, Michael Parker, Joe Ziebert, and Don Jake. So thank you so much, guys, for joining the Builders Club. And they're going to be getting access to more content, behind the scenes, early access videos, as well as credits in the YouTube live, as well as in the end of the videos on the YouTube, so on the tubes. So if you're interested in doing that, fixthisbuildthat.com/Builders Club if you'd like to support the channel and get some cool rewards out of it. Let's see here. We're going to add time for today. No limit. Cool. So that's what we got going on. Thank you so much for joining for those guys. Next week, what do we got going on for this week?
This week coming up.
You look at me like you don't know that we're going to have another week.
Oh, yeah, well, we're on spring break.
That's right.
Oh, I thought it was a trick question. I was like, we don't have a project.
Not a trick question.
No.
We are going to Katz Moses. We want you on YouTube, baby. Go over there. Everybody on Instagram, go on over to YouTube because Jonathan Katz Moses is going to be there. And Zoe's like, YouTube, even though I'm not going. So this coming week, we're going on spring break.
We are.
So we have spring break.
Our kids are pumped.
Oh
my gosh.
We're going to get a cabin in the woods, and we're going to have some fun.
Yeah. Games, movies, maybe hiking if it's not wet.
If it's not raining.
And just eating junk food and hanging out.
Just spring breaking it.
Pretty much.
COVID style. In a cabin.
Right. In a cabin.
It's all good. Good. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So anyway, before we jump, you know what? Listen, all the folks are on Instagram. Please come join us on YouTube if you want to hear about the beer of the week, which is what we're drinking today, nice and pink.
We mixed it up this
Then
week.
head on over. Yeah, come on over to YouTube, and so that we appreciate that, Zoe. Cats, everybody, it's Fix This Build That Live. It's the second channel, Fix This Build That Live, channel 2. So just search for that, and we will see you guys over there because we're going to sign off. So pound it, noggin, see? No.
Oh my gosh.
Wrong channel, sorry. Get out there, build something awesome this week. Come on over. Let me know you came from AG. AG, IG, whatever. See ya.
Man,
All right. I know I'm out of here. I'm all over the place. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's see. Now let's get back to it. Brian Farth, what's up? Toby's in the house. Colin, hey, what's up, Colin? Colin, I hope you saw we just gave you the shout out, man. Welcome to the Builders Club.
Jonathan Katzmoses is here.
Katzmoses is
Made
here.
it.
Yes.
He's in the house.
Yes. If you guys aren't watching Katzmoses,
Big Willie just watched one of his videos.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
He's got some great content. All right, this here, we call them LED disc lights. Oh, Big Willie, and he's the electrician. I love it, man.
Yeah. That's a good name for it, a disc light. Because it's so thin.
Yeah, they are. They're crazy thin. They're like
I didn't
a
really
half inch thin.
Don't know much about, I learned a lot about lighting over the last week. But I didn't get it at first. You're like, look at the lights. I'm like, oh, is it great? And then he showed me a can light. I'm like, oh. Wow.
Yeah, well, that's like when you actually have
difference.
that like wafer light, and then you have like the big can.
I mean,
it's like literally like that tall, and then has the big arm coming off it. And I was like,
no comparison.
because we got can lights installed in our house like 3 years ago.
Yeah, which was great.
And I didn't know that we had those. So don't hate me. I didn't know that we had those engineered truss beams in there, and so I was like, I don't want to drill through all those joists. We're gonna have an electrician do it. And they came in and they're like, oh, you've got floor trusses. And I was like, what?
This was like the classic, Brad always deep down inside wants to do everything himself.
Don't we all?
So he was like, I was so proud of him because he was like, all right, we're going to hire an electrician and have someone come in and do it because we don't know what's going on up there. And I was like, yes, it's going to get done. And then they came in and it was also a room that already had an existing ceiling fan up there. So that made it easier too.
They just tapped off it. And...
So it was so easy. And
I was like, I can't believe I paid these guys.
That's pretty much what happened.
That's what So never again. Never again.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys are not, let's see here, Jonathan put his email up there. We'll let him out. We'll let Jonathan. We'll approve that, Jonathan.
He's telling people to send him an email.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. I see it. So anyway, so before we jump into that, let's hit the beer of the week. Beer of the week.
I wasn't ready.
What? Beer of the
beers
week.
Of the week.
It is true. It's beers of the week. They're like brothers and sisters.
They are. They're
Sierra Nevada.
Cousins. These are our favorites.
I like brother and sister. It's like I've got the female version. You get the male version. Or if we want to be progressive, maybe I've got the,
What?
I don't know, like dudes wear pink. Doesn't have to be pink and blue.
That is true. And
it's
my
2021.
Blue. I mean, dudes can wear pink.
No, yeah, I don't want to get called out on social media.
Oh my gosh, that is true.
So I've got
these are our favorite
Wild Little Thing, slightly
beers.
sour ale, and she's got the Hazy Little Thing.
I'm just gonna take
IPA.
a moment to appreciate it before I drink it.
I thought you put the Imperial in there. But
I know.
But
we
didn't.
haven't had that yet.
I know. I thought you had to put it.
Right.
I was asking our son. I was like, because I'll have our kids get the beer, and they're like, "Oh, beer!" Like my daughter always wants to know what the beer of the week is.
Like early in the day on Sunday, she's a creature of habit. And we don't drink beer around our kids really at all. Like we don't.
Drink at night after they're in bed. Typically.
Yeah, and we only drink on the weekend, whatever. So they don't see us drinking a ton of beer. Like they know we drink beer. But she cracks me up because she's always
what's the beer of the week?
What's the beer of the week? Like
she wants
she's
to know
so
what the beer of the week
curious.
is.
I'm like, you're 9.
So it's all good. And Asher says that his dad likes us as a woodworker. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Good.
Let's see here. Oh, I saw a 3D printer question. Awesome. 3D printer question from Brendan Horn. Sorry. What do I recommend for 3D printers? There's some great entry-level 3D printers out there. I have the Anycubic i3 Mega S. It just keeps going.
I'm looking over there like it's
No, it's not
over
over there. It's inside.
Not over there.
That one's been pretty good for me. I think it was about $250. But the one that's probably the most popular is the I don't know how you say it. It's Creality Ender 3. That one's I think that's who it's by, Creality. But it's like reality with a C on the front. Creality. I don't know.
Can I just say, okay, so we got the 3D printer, I feel like January of last year.
Yeah, probably.
Before COVID hit.
Yes.
Just when there were rumors of something that might be brewing in China.
They're probably all sold out now.
Yeah, that's my point. I feel like you got a 3D printer at like the
I got
best
it
time.
just in time.
Right.
But I'm the Anycubic, the i3. I think they still sell the Mega S, but whatever. And they have new lines, and they have a Mega X that is even bigger. It's been pretty decent. It's not like it's very entry level. So it doesn't have like all the bells and whistles, but it's pretty nice. And then the Ender 3 is a good one. And then anything by Prusa, like Prusa, I'm not familiar with their lineup at all, like the models, but I know they make a lot of cool ones. And they make them, it's really fun. You basically like build the machine, like you build it and then you 3D print the like pieces for it. So you like, it's like it's like Inception, and it's like building itself.
I do love that movie.
So anyway, I would recommend any of those 3 as starter ones, because you can get in for like under $300.
Yeah.
Mike,
and it's really cool how many things you
Armanios from IG, thanks for coming over. We got Mike Less. What's up, Mike? Who else we have here? Here from IG. Who is that? Lloyd Dusick. What's up, Lloyd? Disco light beer. Jeff says that. Love it. Are they the same size as the old cans? Yeah, I think they are. Are these? Oh, the 6. I
think he's talking about the lights.
He was too. I thought he was talking about these. I was like, yeah, I don't think they're different.
They're an upgrade.
No. They're 6-inch, so they fit in the same hole. I think they are slightly smaller, the interior portion of it, but for all intents and purposes, yes, they are the same size. You'd use the same 6 3/8 hole saw to install them.
You could retrofit.
If you had your old ones, yeah, you could retrofit. Yeah.
Cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. That was quite an upgrade.
Yes. Teresa, what's up, Joe? Yeah. So Teresa said she loves that and the fast motion during the ad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's kind of fun. Like obviously we have sponsors, we have ads. Some of them are easy to integrate, like the WD-40 ads are always awesome because it's kind of a lot of times part of the project. I can use that, or Woodcraft obviously is a really easy one. Craig. Mm-hmm. Those are all great sponsors that are very easy to integrate into the videos. But then, other times we need to take on other stuff like a Policy Genius, which was the one that we just did for this one, or a Skillshare or something like that. And obviously those, aren't seamless. So I like to reduce it down and still have some action going so that it's like, hey, I'm reading this thing. And so it's not just like a full screen takeover, because I know not everybody, if somebody's living in an apartment, you don't need to hear about home insurance. But it's a good product, and all those ones we try to make sure that we get products that are actually good and useful for the audience. But I know it won't hit for everybody, and so it's like having that stuff in the background. Try to at least still make that valuable, so it's not just like, oh geez, why do I gotta watch this? It's like, I'll zone out what he's talking about and watch him like running, fishing the line. Right. And if you caught that, we had a little cameo by our middle son in there.
He was a helper.
Nailbender drinking an old fashioned, like it. Let's see here. Oh, and J Cats is drinking some Dalmore 15. I don't even know what that is. It's probably like a whiskey or something. Creality Ender 3 is awesome. Nailbender says, awesome, dude. I'm glad if you got some experience with that. Oh, man, that is just a tasty beer. I just really enjoy that.
I like mine better.
I know, you probably do. Andrew Strong, what's up, dude? Just finished the core of the snowboard. Man, dude, hoping to do the layup tomorrow.
Very cool.
That's awesome, dude. Excited to see that. Make sure you DM me some shots of that. I'd love to see that. DM me some shots over there on Instagram. Let's see here. The Prusa MK3S is supposed to be great, Pat Kavanaugh. Awesome. Is that their new one, Pat? Is that the small one that they came out with? I saw, I don't know if you guys follow Travis from Shop Nation, but he picked up a new one, and I think it was one of those small ones. But Prusa, I've only heard great things about Prusa. I only have one of them.
Sorry,
the 3D printers.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know.
And Travis from Shop Nation had one that was smaller.
In his shop?
No, he has them in his office.
I was gonna say that seems like
if you get a 3D printer, I wouldn't have it in the shop unless it's in an enclosure.
Right.
Just because the dust, the adhesion on the bed and everything, and you just don't want dust flying around on a bunch of those stuff. Let's see here. Brian P has the Ender 3 Pro. Nice. Do they come with the software? Big Willie, they do. They typically come with, a lot of them come, well, I won't say that they all do, but a lot of them do come with their own slicer. And so that it's not, they typically don't come with design software, but they come with slicer. And so you can import like an STL file. What is that, stereolithograph? Is that what the STL stands for? But you would basically model it, depending upon if you're in 2D or 3D, you would model, you could model 2D stuff like in Illustrator and then, or in SketchUp, and then do a conversion and then bring that in as a different file. I forget exactly. I think you have to bring it in as an SVG. I forget. I quite honestly, I use Ultimaker. What's it called? I use the one from Ultimaker, which is called something I can't remember. But you can export from a lot of these programs to the file, an STL file, and that's the file that then it slices, and so then it says like, okay, I've got this, this beer can I want to make out of 3D printer, and so what does each layer look like? And that's what the slicer does. So it's literally like every layer. So let's say this is 100 millimeters tall, and I'm going to print a layer 1 millimeter tall for each one. And so it'll have 100 layers that you'll print, and each one will be a slice of that if you took it apart and disassembled it. So that's kind of how that whole process works. And as you can tell, I'm not very fluent in it. Cura is the Ultimaker slicer. How bad was the dust for those lights? J-Cats, it was a breeze. Tell him why.
Well, he goes on to ask if you use one of those cone things.
Yes, I coned it all the way, dude.
He coned it.
That was my tip on the video. I was like, you have got to buy as you'll thank me, your spouse will thank you, I think was the line. Because I've seen like hard plastic ones, like the one that the saw came with that I showed you. It was like it was almost like a salad bowl, like you'd get like if you went to Publix and bought a salad and it's like in the hard plastic, a clamshell. Right. It was like one of those, and so it was hard, and that would not work well. The one that I bought is like a silicone, and so it's almost like a half of a basketball, which April actually cut a basketball in half to do hers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which that seems like a really bad idea because you can't see through it. Because I was using the clearness of, so mine's the silicone one. I don't think it is actually silicone, but it's because it's a little more dense than that. But anyway, it's flexible rubber, and it's got a hole in the bottom, obviously. And so then you suck it up to the ceiling, and then as you push up, the whole thing just flexes up. And so it literally forms a seal against the ceiling. And like literally no dust got out until you pull it off. And
you'd be the person to ask.
I would be.
If there was any dust
I didn't even mask up, man.
He will make sure.
I didn't mask up. I didn't
he knows.
I didn't use
I know,
eyewear.
I was impressed.
I was
You're going on faith.
The thing almost smacked me in the face too.
I know. That first one. I shouldn't laugh. You could have got like a Shiner or something.
Shiner Bock.
It all goes back to a beer.
Yes. Scotch. Is it Scotch? I don't even know if I've ever had Scotch. Have you ever had Scotch?
I'm sure I've had Scotch, but I don't really remember.
I'm sure you
I
did
don't
too,
really get the difference between
days.
Scotch and brandy.
I've neither had either.
Whiskey.
I've neither had either. I said I've
neither had either.
I think that's a good
show title. But Scotch and brandy, they just seem like they'd be about the same thing to me. We're not big hard liquor people.
No,
What's
we're not.
Jim Beam? Is Jim Beam?
That's a bourbon.
It's a bourbon. Scotch, whiskey, brandy, bourbon. Oh my gosh. I need
Jim Beam's a bourbon and Jack Daniel's is a whiskey.
Okay.
Right? I'm pretty sure on that. I mean, I'm like 90 something.
Yeah. I think my grandparents drank. They drank.
Whoa!
Yeah,
what is this? Oh,
whiskey. I don't know.
Kevin.
What?
This is Ash. I don't know if this is Kevin now or his son. He said, "Have you ever used a ticking stick?" And I thought he said, "Have you ever used a tickling stick?" And I was like, I need to know what a tickling stick sounds amazing. I think that's
awesome.
I think that's a better title. Have you ever used a tickling stick?
For people with kids, do you have kids that like to be tickled or do not like to be tickled? Because we have both ends of the spectrum, and it's like you have to remember. Our one child does not like to be tickled, and the other one is like laying down volunteers tribute. Yeah, tickled me.
they're both sides of the spectrum.
Oh my
gosh. And it's funny. And Susan,
I do not like to be tickled. I get mad.
I get her every once in a while, but it's like the tickle lasts for about, you can measure it in fractions of a second.
Because he knows, as soon as he's
so
done,
I just it's more of like a zap than
I don't like it at all.
No.
So I have a lot
my
of
other kids are like, tickle me more!
Our oldest child does not like to be tickled, and I always have his back because I'm the same way. I'm like, nope, don't mess with him.
All right. I have a Queedy extruder and resin. Expensive, but print huge and fast. What the heck is that, J-Cat? Of course you have some craziness. Big laser. Jonathan's got all the cool machines. Let's see here. Good refresher on electric work. Thank you, Isaac. Ben from Myers Woodshop has it, and he's very happy with it. Kavanaugh. Which one does he have? He has what was he just saying? The new.
Dang. Sorry.
He's got the new Prusa, Pat. I think that's what you said.
All right, I think I need to get some scotch because Jonathan says that scotch is like drinking a fancy campfire made from rainbows. I mean
that's something.
You need to sell some scotch. You're
say.
selling scotch right now. Brandy's much sweeter after dinner drink. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like campfires and rainbows,
but
so I might like that.
What's the other after dinner drink? Like a.
Oh, what is that? Like a really sweet one.
Yeah. What's another like after dinner?
Is it brandy?
No. Something like a. I can't even think of it. It's Is it a wine-based one?
Oh,
I don't know.
Not a Moscato.
We can just keep saying like a.
We don't know. We're not fancy like that.
No, we aren't. Scott Oram, what's up, dude? I tell you what, if you are going to be drilling the holes, if you are going to be doing some overhead drilling, use a side handle, because I did not have one. If you have one, I didn't have one for the drill I was using, and I wish I did, because I almost smacked myself right in the face. Let's see here. Port, yes.
Port,
yeah,
thank
port.
you.
Yep.
Who is that?
Yep.
Jonathan. You're up on your liquor. Yeah, port, absolutely. Port to me
Which
just
is a
sounds
wine.
like...
I think it's like a really sweet wine.
I feel like if
like
you
a
drink...
really concentrated wine.
If you drink port after dinner, there better be candles on the table during dinner, and you need to have on like a waistcoat. Like to me,
like
maybe
an
a
ascot,
monocle or something. Yeah.
To
me, that's like, you only can qualify to drink port after dinner if you are super fancy.
You have to be dressed up.
And
like
maybe British. I don't know.
Peaky Blinders. Yeah.
Peaky Blinders. That's probably where I'm getting this from. Cognac. Oh, cognac sounds good though. Port, cognac sounds like it's spicy to me. I've never had cognac. I don't think. What's a big cognac brand?
I thought that was a rapper.
Isn't that like a
Hennessy?
Maybe I am thinking Hennessy. No, but what's the one with the really fancy bottle?
Let's talk about woodworking here.
Sorry.
That's Hennessy, I think.
No, Crown Royal.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
All right. Who else do we have here? Those are all woodpecker tools. Let's see here. What was asking? Hey, Brad, what's the name of the brand of those red squares? Yeah, those are
squares.
the woodpecker.
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
Woodpecker squares.
Like what squares?
Yep. They're all woodpeckers. They sent over as a gift to me for doing some consultation work with them.
Which was pretty cool.
Which was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Jake said he was a bartender, so that's what's up. Let's see here. Any progress on the Discord? Andrew, absolutely zero progress.
I saw that, yeah.
No, absolutely zero progress. I've had, and Katie offered to show me some ropes, and so did Nailbender, actually. And it's just, we have a long list of things, and that is not one of them that we have been able to get to. We have a long list
of things, yeah.
But
that was quite the but.
But one thing we were able to get to, and I am super duper excited about, is we have hired our first full-time employee that is not part of this marriage.
Right. Not related to us in any form.
And so we starting next week, we will have, not tomorrow, but next week.
Next Monday.
We will have a full-time editor.
Yay!
So we are very excited. It's a digital content lead is the actual position. So he's going to be doing all the editing as well as thumbnail work and just basically anything digital. He's an awesome graphic artist, and so
very creative.
We are very excited about that. And not that our current editor had anything going wrong. So I don't know if Scott's on here. Scott's been an awesome editor. Unfortunately, Scott's our current editor was doing all as a side hustle at night, and because he has a full-time job that we tried to get him to leave. Unfortunately, he lives in California.
We tried to twist his arm.
He lives in California, and I cannot afford him.
No.
And so anyway, we have the full-time editor / digital content lead, all things digital, and we are very excited about that. So hopefully that'll, and if you've noticed, if you follow me on social, and you may or may not have noticed, like, I just don't post a lot anymore. It's because I just don't have the time to do it. I don't take the time to do it because I'm doing other stuff. And so that's one of the things that Chris is his name, that Chris is going to help us with, is getting extracting that video and stuff for the social posts. And so I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be huge. So yeah, we're really excited about that.
It is going to be cool.
Yeah.
All right. What are his? we're still getting the liquor talk here. Like, we moved on from Crown Royal.
I just need to read this later for recommendations.
I know. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you on that. Yeah, we're very very excited.
So Collin has a good question. Speaking of how long does it take from shooting to posting your videos? It really depends on the video.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the video. We'll just take this week's, for instance. Was not a very difficult project.
Right.
It had more mind work than actual physical work of me trying to chase everything down and figure out where the electrical wires went and all that good stuff and how to deal with it. Because my original plan did not work. But I started that one, and this is not typical. Well, no. So I started it Monday, but again, I did a lot of research. Like, I only probably worked on the actual project about 2 or 3 hours on Monday, probably and some of that. And then like on Tuesday, I think I went and got some stuff from the store. So like probably 3 or 4 hours on Tuesday. And we had, were kids home? No, they were
home on Friday.
What was going on? Oh, I was doing a bunch of other stuff. So I do a lot of behind the scenes work, right? So a lot of this is like working with sponsors and working with our back end, the plan sales and all that kind of stuff, future sponsors and all this. So like doing all that usually is a couple hours a day for me. And so I usually only work about a half a day. And then, but on Wednesday, no, I think it was on Tuesday.
Well, when you say
Tuesday,
work,
I did.
he only works like actively building a project for
Right.
half a day. He works like
the whole day, but
like more than probably 10 hours a day.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then I'd say all in all, make a long story short, all in all, I probably only spent about 10 hours actually doing the work,
right?
Which is probably longer than it needed to be.
But it was electrical.
But it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I was starting to feed the editor the videos already starting Monday. So it was kind of like 3 days of on and off work. But let's just say if I was editing myself, I would have been editing the video at night, like shooting, then editing at night, more than likely. And then we had a rough video Thursday morning, which I then turned into a final video by Thursday afternoon, which is typically how I'd get it from Scott. I'd get it rough, and then I finish it up, clean it all up, and do what I like he gave me a 22.5-minute video. I turned it into an 18 and 23 second video, 18 minute, 23 seconds. Because he doesn't like to cut down a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about on screen, especially.
And it makes sense. I mean, because like we are.
And I don't want him to. I don't want him making those decisions necessarily.
Well, we're going back and forth about like, was that really important, or did we already say this one time before? Right. And it's like a debate, like so. That would be really hard for Scott to be able to do on his own, just like read
and so
our
we watch it.
So
that's how we like to watch it, and then we're like, because it's really good for Susan to watch it because
I don't know anything about electrical.
She doesn't know. I mean, she does about woodworking, but for the electrical, and so she's like, it's really like for somebody that is just getting into electrical, does she understand what I'm talking about? So that was
I was
really
like,
cool.
I get it up until here, and then you lost me at this point. I think you need a visual or whatever. So that was helpful, right?
And so we had a final product. The video was done probably like Thursday at about 2 or 3, and I sent off to the sponsor for approval. So that's kind of the timeline of it. They came back with an edit, which took me a few minutes on Friday, and I did it. About 30 minutes doing the edit.
But then there's like thumbnail work too.
And then I was doing thumbnail work after on Friday before we set it off. So it's like a whole, it's a week-long process.
Yeah, at least. And that was on an easy project.
But let's just say if I squeezed it all down, if I thought about all the time that went into that, it was probably 16 to 20 hours. Let's call it like 2 to 3 days of solid work. I could have done the entire thing between install, video edit, and all the rest of it.
Right, but that's
super long answer to your short question. But hope that helps.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, we had a lot of questions coming in here while I was yapping away. Oh no, it wasn't. Sorry, I scrolled up. I went to the wrong one. Well, yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of the long and the short of it, Collin. All right. Oh, it is Pie Day today.
Oh.
I know we didn't even
I
talk
saw
to
that
Cole
comment
about that.
earlier about pie. I can't believe I missed that.
I know. We should have had pie.
Pie. Yeah, we should have had pie. Dang it.
Our son,
missed.
Our oldest son really is
He's
into math.
Very math.
I can't believe he didn't.
I know.
Well, he just doesn't know the date.
Yeah.
He
but still, I'm still
been all
surprised.
over it.
He's into pie. I don't know how much do you think
he has a pie shirt. He has a pie shirt.
He does.
And it's such a ripoff because it's like
I
what did they
found it.
do?
I found it like at a Once Upon a Child, like a secondhand store.
It
and
was
I was
like
this is perfect.
I can't even remember. It was like the first. So it's a circle. I'm doing this because it's a circle. So it like starts on the outside and then it circles in and it kind of, it's like got a 3D thing. So it kind of like disappears as it like goes in, like you're looking into a tunnel. But it's like they did, 3.1, like that's all I know. 3.14. I literally don't know.
He's got to memorize like 25 digits.
I know the next digit is something less than 5 because of rounding, but
that's true.
But well, it could be.
But like he looked at the shirt when I first bought it.
It was like the first 5 or 6 digits were right.
It's not right.
And then they just had like a string of 5 digits that they just kept repeating, and they weren't even the right ones.
But of course, I don't know. Like I just bought the shirt.
But he was so appalled. He was like,
but he still wears it.
Not even accurate.
So I call it a win. Yeah, I forgot it was Pi Day. I didn't know it was Pi Day. I guess that's more accurate.
Isaac, do I think I'll ever live stream a woodworking build as I do it? Absolutely not. That is not my bag. I won't say absolutely not, but I would say it would be, I would potentially live stream portions of it, but not like a whole build. Like it'd be fun to like be like, oh, I'm going to try to figure this one thing out, and like I have a really good idea, but if you guys probably know me by now, if you've been around the channel for any length of time, I'm very detailed in what I do.
Yes.
And too much for my own good most of the time. And so that means like what you would see on a live build would be this a lot of times.
It'd be very boring.
It'd be like this.
You would need like a thought bubble over Brad's head where you could actually like see what he's thinking. Yeah. That would be more engaging.
There's a lot of staring. Like when, it's like if I have a plan, if everything's going smooth, I just execute. But then like when I get to something and I'm like I'm not, and that's what's so funny about John Malecki and I, being good friends and being on the podcast. Oh yeah, by the way, big congrats to John. Oh, by the way,
John's wife had a baby on Saturday.
I want to show y'all something else that's really awesome in here just a second. Yeah, he's like the exact opposite, right? Yeah. He'd be like, okay, let's just go. And then like figure it out later. And I'm
and he does like beautiful work.
And I'm going to figure out all the options and then like choose the right one and then weigh them together and then hem and haw and then get down to the final 2 and like really debate them.
He usually comes in the house at some point annoyed with himself. Like, this is taking forever and this is so horrible. And I'm like it's just a process.
So I would not be good on a live. It would not. But if there was like, hey, I've run into this problem. Now I want to hear y'all's. I want to hear y'all's input. That would be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of cool. But anyway, guys, check this out. This is a knife that my dad made me. And he made this, I gave him the scales. So he made the whole thing. He made the sheath, and the knife was from a kit. So he didn't make the metal portion, but he made everything else. So it is it's like a spear point. And it is from a woodcraft kit that I gave him to him for Christmas. But dude, check that out. How cool is that? I know it's not like zoomed in, but there's like I forgot what he told me. They're like spacers. It's not like micarta, but it's something like that. So there's little like reddish orange, white, and black spacers. And then this is ambrosia maple. He's got some brass pins in there, and he did like all the shaping on it. It is so cool.
It is really cool.
It's got some of the flair from the ambrosia maple, but this was some scales that I gave him for the wood, and he made that. And then
this thing is cool too.
He made that just from a piece of leather.
He's got like stamps.
Did all the stitching and the water forming, or the whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, super cool. So
how long did that take him? Did he say?
I think he did tell me, but I don't remember. It took him a while.
Yeah, it looks really good. He's been working on stuff like this for a while.
I know.
But this
so
is
I'm like
the most
super impressed and proud of my dad.
One we've seen.
He's like, because he's not like he's just getting into knife making, and so I've helped him get set up with a few things, and
it's fun.
Super awesome. So it's really fun to see him making some stuff. Jonathan, have a good one, my man. Yeah, I'll come over and tickle you and your dog and your kid all at the same time. I'll tickle everybody.
You are a good tickler.
I am. I can tickle with the best of them. Do you ever have French cleats? Wallem, do you ever have or have had? I do, yeah.
Right over there.
So if you look at the a better drill charging station, which if you buy it, it's ultimate drill charging station. But I feel like that's overplayed, so I didn't do it on YouTube. It's just like a better. That is on a French cleat.
Better than the average drill charging statement.
Not your average drill charging station. I have French cleats right behind the drill press underneath the clamp rack, which
Yep.
is a good setup for the clamps.
You're all about a French cleat, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm all about a French
Well-
cleat because I didn't like the cabinets aren't on French
Yeah, but
cleats.
it's because it
but,
sticks out too far.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the one thing I don't like about the French cleat is that it sticks off the wall. But for like stuff like that, it doesn't matter. But
Right.
for like cabinets, I just don't like the look. Although I know you can recess them.
You can recess them.
But yeah, but then you can't do the full line. So like what some people do is they'll like have the cabinet back, and then build in a French cleat like into the back.
So it's eating in space into the cabinet.
But then also you can't just slide it side to side
right.
because you can't have a full length strip.
What's cool about the French cleats though is that it's so adjustable.
Yeah, so I do
Yeah.
like them. I do like them, and I do use them.
Yep.
I think they're a great option.
But you can mix it up. You can be like Brad and have
Yeah,
some French
you can have
cleats
some
and
anywhere.
some screwed right on into the wall.
Yeah. Scott, 44 Steel. 44 Steel is a company that one of my
Sent you a
buddies.
t-shirt.
No. It's
Oh, they
a
do
guy,
that too, though.
a buddy of mine. I've not talked to him in a while, but Jason Radcliffe, and we had him on Made for Profit. No idea what episode it was, but we had him on there, and he is from Cleveland. I met him up there when I was at the
yeah.
Cleveland
The
event, Spring Make, where
Lincoln.
Lincoln. We had some training that I was able to be a part of, and he was up there, and he was part of Spring Make. Spring Make. He was one of the ones teaching welding, so he is like an awesome designer and welder, and that's his brand, 44 Steel.
We just take a moment to appreciate the fact that you used to get on a plane and fly to places and
That was
go
awesome.
to like
I wanna
conventions
do it.
with
I wanna
lots
do it
of
again.
people. I'm
Yeah,
hopeful though.
we,
I'm hopeful.
Yeah, well, we're ready.
Yeah.
We're due for our second COVID shot.
On
vaccine.
April Fool's Day, that's the day they assigned us for
Yeah, I don't
our
really love that.
dose number 2.
But whatever.
I feel like whatever.
We'll get it.
Yeah, we're so
ready.
excited. I don't know. Many people have mixed feelings about some of that, but we're ready.
Kevin said Brad drops too many F-bombs to live stream.
You really do not, though. Brad is not a big
too many
F-bomb
mistakes
dropper.
were made. Exactly, Colin. That's more
Yeah.
accurate.
It would just be a lot of thinking. We need like a hashtag or like for thinking.
Yeah,
Processing.
I do.
Yeah.
The Tundra, I don't know how good the steel is. Like I don't know what type of steel it is in these knife kits. Actually, I have one that I've had forever that I've not used, and I wonder if they say what kind it is. So this is like a, of course, you guys know I just love pulling stuff out of the drawers.
Just,
I don't
know
know if they have no, they don't have
What do you
any.
have? What are you gonna do with this thing?
This is actually a,
Give it to your dad. Let him make a knife out of it.
I already gave him this one.
Oh.
I
You
think.
have 2 of them?
Oh gosh, I gave him like, what? And I think I bought one for myself, and then I gave him a bunch. Like Woodcraft was having a sale or something. I bought like a whole bunch of them.
Gotcha.
I gave him like 3 or 4, and I kept this one. But I think they call this like a skinning knife. It's like if you're skinning a deer.
It seems really small for that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're not like filleting a fish. You're like.
I've never skinned a deer.
I haven't
so
either. I'm just making stuff
have
up.
No
But no,
clue.
it doesn't say like what kind of steel
I
this
just
is.
think you would have a longer blade than that, but maybe not.
I don't know. Skinner knife.
Skinner knife kit. Yeah.
It's called a Skinner
You were
knife.
correct.
I'm sure we have hunters on here. Would this be a good skinning knife?
I don't know. Yeah.
Hunters, let us know. Or is that just a crop?
I mean, I don't think I want to learn about skinning a deer. To
well,
be
no, I
honest
would
with you.
just let us know if it's a good knife or not.
Good.
Yeah.
That is knowledge I do not need to have in my brain. I like to pretend, like I like to spot the deers and just be like, oh, look how beautiful they are. I have no interest in killing them. I know that it's not bad though, because like if no one hunted deer, like they would have a hard time.
Deer are like the worst.
Yeah. So I remind myself of that.
I was looking over here. Let's see here. Toby asked if I use dovetails in my projects much.
Do you?
That would be a no.
That'd be a negative.
That'd be a negative.
When's the last time you used a dovetail?
On my cutting board. The impossible
Very true.
dovetail cutting board.
When's the last time you used a dovetail that you cut by hand or by tool?
The day that I cut the only dovetails I've ever cut in my life. And a piece of pine at a
I thought you were going to say a
woodworking.
piece of pie.
Woodworking in America. So
Oh.
Woodworking in America in Cincinnati, 2015.
Wow.
I had a lesson on chopping dovetails, and that was it.
You were like, Craig jig. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I just
I
like
mean, it
it's not
seems
my.
like it would be satisfying in a way.
It does,
But yeah.
and it is. It's just
if you're
not my
making
bag.
fine furniture,
If I was
you might
doing
do
like
it.
a jewelry box or something like that,
Right.
I'd think about it.
You'd consider it.
It's just not my bag, baby. Yeah, because like that's something for me that, it's like it's not that exciting to watch somebody cut like it would take like a lot of work on my end that wouldn't pay off. Like for my job, for my business, it just doesn't make sense. And because I'm not passionate about it. Like I'm not like, I'm not like, I really want it. Like
I can't wait to make a dovetail.
Yeah, like I'm just like, I could do other stuff in that time.
Well, and like, okay, I could.
Jonathan, I'm glad he's gone because he's like
He'd be
the
like,
dovetail,
"What?"
and he sent me his dovetail jig. I've never used. I have used it for like a straight cutting jig though.
I mean, that's good. So here's my understanding on the evolution of the dovetail, the little bit that I know.
Okay, I'd love to hear this.
I think it's probably wrong, but I feel like way back in the day, like let's talk like over 100 years ago.
Used to be a pigeon tail.
Seriously. A dovetail was like,
evolved.
I don't know, like maybe this is like an older technique that was used to like, put wood together and make it look nice. But like now there are other ways that you can join wood and have it be just as strong.
Yes.
If not
I thought you were
stronger.
gonna break out with
No,
like
I
some
didn't, like,
actual
the Webster's Dictionary
historical.
says that dovetail.
This is like something you totally do. Like if you're
I
just like
would.
one
I like to
night,
look
she's
things
like,
up.
I was thinking about dovetails, and it's like, actually, did you know it was by Robert Dovetail was the inventor
I'm like
of
a walking encyclopedia at times.
No, you're right. You're right.
But is that right though?
Yeah, because it's
Right.
it's
like an old technique.
yeah, it's a fastener-less joinery technique. So
And
you don't need nails, you don't
Right.
need screws, you don't need anything, and you can do it. And that's so back in the day when they didn't have all that stuff,
Right.
that's how they did it.
And like
But it's also slower.
I get that too, but I feel
so
like there are
now,
people that like
we ain't got
myself
time for
or like
that.
my mom, maybe we would have like looked at furniture back in the day at a furniture store and be like, oh, it's got
Oh
dovetails.
yeah. So it's like
It's good, we're good,
It
like it's
is.
high quality, but
But
they
then-
might not be that great though.
no, well, because like a
honestly.
lot of times now, there's a whole thing where it's like there's this other one called half-blind dovetails.
What?
And so when you look at it from the outside, it looks like it's
They're
got
disabled?
dovetails. It looks like the drawer is like made with there's through dovetails and the
Oh,
other thing, but it's
It's
half
like
blind.
cheating.
Yeah. And you can do it easily on a machine.
See,
So-
and that's the thing. That's what
Right.
gets me. Is
But it's
like,
still a good
because I feel
joinery
like-
method.
Okay, even the half blind one.
Yeah.
But like they're doing that to make it look like the
Yes.
fancier one that's more
Yes,
involved.
that's right.
Interesting.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Glad we covered that.
Let's see here. What do we think is a good top for a kitchen island besides butcher block? Philip. Butcher block's not really a. What do you? I don't exactly know what you're asking. Actually, you're talking about types of wood, or a good top. Like we just bought quartz for our kitchen, so
We did.
granite and quartz are probably the two most popular. Granite is more hardy. Quartz is more controlled and more subtle, depending upon what you're looking for. If you're looking for a whole bunch of movement and
Right.
stuff going on,
We're talking
then
about.
granite's probably your way.
Is
But
this Philip here?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Philip. We talked on.
yeah, but
talked on,
that's
mine.
what we went. We just went with quartz.
Yeah,
So,
and we did a lot of research on that. Like
did.
the marble's beautiful. Like every time we went anywhere to look at any material, we were always like standing in front of the marble, just
We're drawn to
drooling.
marble, but
it was beautiful. But if you need
upkeep
something,
is-
if you don't like nicks and patina kind of forming, you should not do marble. But yeah,
Yeah,
the quartz seemed like the best of both worlds to us.
the one that
Or
I was
granite.
really interested in, at least intrigued by, was is it not silestone? What's the black one?
Black one. Oh, soapstone.
Soapstone.
Soapstone is beautiful in the right kitchen.
Yeah, soapstone looked really cool.
It was really
but it
neat.
wouldn't go well with what we have. But
No, you need like a
But it's like black.
farmhouse style-ish kitchen, or like arts and crafts or
yeah,
something.
it's like black or like blackish blue. It's
It
really
was really
cool.
cool. Yeah.
It was really cool.
I feel like we did learn a
Many
lot.
ways to skin a cat. At yourself.
Yep.
It matters on the quality of a skinning knife. Oh, nail bender. Let's see. He
What
wants to see
matters? What now?
He says, "Can I see the
Blade
shape
style. Nail bender's
blade
going
style.
deep.
Of it?" It is. Yeah, it's like a. It's kind of like a drop point. I don't know my knife geometry that well.
It just
but
looks mean.
I don't know if a drop point has to have a straight back to it, so I don't know if that would technically be a drop point, but it does come to a point there.
Here you go.
It's beveled on both sides, and then a rib, and then it's got these little
To your
dealies, which I don't know.
Julia
what it's all
says Deer are the worst. Texas would like to have a word with you about wild hogs. Okay, I have heard. Is this true?
Julius,
I've heard that in Texas, you don't like wild hogs. You can kill them anytime, right? Like they're
they
bad.
do
like if you kill them, you're gonna get like a ribbon or something.
Yeah, like they get in helicopters and just like waste them.
What's the deal though? Are they invasive? Like they were not
a wild hog.
I know, but like, are they native to the area? Like, why are they so much? Have they always been an issue, or is this a newer issue in the last like 20 some years? Like.
That's true.
What's the deal?
That's a good question.
But I have heard, I heard about a kid getting killed by a wild hog, like outside their house, because.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, like a little one. So scary.
No.
Anyway, I hope that doesn't happen a lot. You know.
I tell you what though, y'all can take your armadillos back. This has been a thing.
We're
in the past.
We're in Tennessee.
We're in Tennessee.
I sound like I had an accent. We're in Tennessee.
Like in the last
we have armadillos?
In the last 5 years.
Yes.
I've started seeing armadillos
dead on the side of the road.
Roadkill. Mm-hmm. I've never seen an armadillo like in all my time in Tennessee until about 5 years ago, and I was like,
right.
Was that an armadillo?
Like a possum, I could totally understand.
Yeah. Possums,
but
skunks,
an armadillo,
raccoon. You never really see raccoons. There must be smarter than that.
Raccoons are too crafty for that.
You don't see raccoons.
They
on the
will
side
get
of
out
the
of the
road.
way. I mean, when is there ever a raccoon in the street anyway? I never see a raccoon. I would love to.
Lots
They're
of
probably
possums.
adorable.
Lots of possums.
Yes.
Let's see. Any of the episodes of Assembly Required? Travis, I have not.
Oh my gosh.
Is that on demand or what?
Well, I'm sorry. No, the pork choppers thing.
The pork.
The helicopters they use for pork.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Yes.
Oh
no, I have not. Have you guys seen Assembly Required? What do you think? Should I go check it out? Patrick, if I were to buy one of the woodpecker's tools, which one should you get? Ooh, that's a good question. I think I've kind of had this before. I would probably go with either. What?
Evidently, hogs are also an issue in Michigan. Do we have hogs here and I just don't know about it? I thought that was like a down south thing.
So, I guess, Patrick, it'd be kind of a hard one for me, honestly.
What about the little guy? I thought you liked the little guy.
Yeah, I mean, but if I was just going to buy one, I wouldn't buy the little guy.
Okay.
I just got this, the Delft Square, and quite frankly, this is more a little bit for research because I'm trying to figure out what I like about it and what I don't like about it, but probably not that one because it's just too small.
Okay.
So this is like their Carpenter Square and then the 1281. I would probably go with this one because of the size of it to be able to reference longer things. Depending on what you need to use it for. I guess that'd be the main thing is like, what do you want to use it for? If you're just using it for machine setup, I might go with the Carpenter Square because, this is a little bit harder to do machine setup for like a bandsaw or something like that. Whereas, this one's 6 3/4 inch, something like that. I would maybe say the Carpenter Square because, you just got a lot more use out of it. So it depends upon what you want to use it for. But if you want to use it for layout and stuff, or you need something that's a little bit longer, I would probably go with the 1281. I wouldn't go with the bigger ones because I don't use the bigger ones that much. I probably use this one the most.
That's good. They've got to be less money than the bigger ones too, right?
Yeah, I'd assume so. And then if you just want something small, then maybe that guy.
What Look at you liking not the most expensive thing.
What can I say?
What
can I say? What do we got here? I missed it. Tell me some questions out there, baby. Hogs root? What? They're huge and territorial.
What? Usually hogs, this is a whole hog issue now. Usually hogs are domesticated pigs that have escaped and gone feral. Then they breed and become a nuisance. I didn't know they could just go feral. That's
weird.
Crazy.
Robert, what's up, dude? You got the drill home in one piece and it didn't move an inch. That's awesome, dude.
Oh, awesome. There are wild hogs in Tennessee, according to
I'm sure there are.
Isaac. Isaac probably knows. I'm
Missouri is bad with hogs.
Eyes
my gosh.
What now?
I don't know.
What did you say?
Missouri is bad with hogs. Apparently.
I mean, all these hogs are crazy. Now, can you eat the meat, or are they they're wild? They're feral.
Wild hog.
I don't know. People kill things and eat them.
I guess that's true. They do.
I mean, they're pigs, wild. Right?
But it's like a pig, man.
But why do they become a hog instead of why are they wild hogs? Why aren't they just wild pigs? Does wild hogs sound crazier?
Like pigs gone wild.
Pigs gone wild. That's awesome. I have learned a lot about
Pig's Gone Wild.
Like
I think we're going with that one.
I've learned a lot about liquor and hogs in this issue of, what is this? Fix This, Build That Live.
On this issue of Fix This, Build That Live. Ooh, speaking of issues of Fix This, Build That Live. I haven't I need to, if you guys, I know probably not many of you do because it's a dying medium, but if you are a subscriber to Woodcraft Magazine.
Yeah, oh yeah, check it out.
Yours truly
Someone you
is
know
in episode 100. So
100.
I said episode, I had to reshoot the thing. Issue 100.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I actually show folks how to make the wall cabinets in episode 100. So it's my first magazine publication of an actual article. I've been in for like some tips and tricks before.
I mean, I would just like to take a moment to appreciate the fact that when we were dating and early in the marriage, you were a perhaps obsessive collector of woodworking magazines, especially that one. And you're in the magazine now. That's really cool.
I know.
It's come full circle, folks.
It has come full circle.
And more in hog-related news here. Evidently, within 3 days of escape, they turned feral, and the tusks are 3 inches long in that short period of time. 3 days.
What?
I know. We need to have like barbed wire around the pig farms. Like, this is crazy. I bet they do though. Like, not barbed wire, but you know what I mean. Like,
that's weird.
That's insane. Crazy.
That is very.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's disturbing.
I know. This is building an island for a lady, and she wants a nice-looking wood top.
What is this?
I was like totally not thinking about that. And I was like, "You're building an island." I was thinking like he's building an island, like
for all
like
the hogs.
Hawaii.
Oh.
I was like, "Wait, what?"
Like,
building an island, and she wants a nice-looking wood top.
Oh, okay.
Wood.
Wood.
Yes. Yeah.
For the island.
Yeah. Walnut would be great. Walnut would be great. I mean, it depends upon what they want to do on it and how they would want to treat it. So, 100%, you could go live edge, depending upon if they like that. You could go with walnut face grain. You could go with walnut edge grain, which would be more of a butcher block look to it. But yeah, I think any of those. I mean, you could go in grain. So there's all kinds of ways. But yeah, you can use. You could do cherry. You could do walnut. I wouldn't do cherry because the lighting and everything will jack it up. But walnut, when I say the way that the cherry changes over time, and if they put something down and leave it in the spot and then move it, and then everything will be darker. But yeah, I've seen lots of folks that have walnut countertops, and you just have to, you have to treat them like a wooden countertop. Like, it's going to get beat up easier.
Don't put like raw meat on it.
Yeah,
Not a good idea.
You don't want to chop on it and that kind of stuff, like maybe you would with a butcher block. But and then if I was going to do that, I would probably finish it with like a Rubio or something like that. I would not put polyurethane on it. You want something that's going to be easy to repair, and like a Rubio monocoat, you could just sand down any areas, come back, put another coat on there, and you'd be good. And I'm sure they make other good products. That's just the one off the top of my head that I think about. But yeah, 100%. You could use walnut would look amazing.
Well, I feel like that's more of a trend right now.
The meat is terrible, according to hunters.
Terrible?
That's what they say.
Somebody else just said that wild pig meat is the best bacon.
Scott's just out, he's just Googling like wild hogs and just giving us the headlines.
No, they're saying that wild hogs taste better because they're lean.
I don't know. That's what we've got Julia says.
I'm not
it's
interested
terrible.
in eating any of them, but crazy. What?
And, Kevin wants to know if I'm going to be selling any NFTs. NFTs are all the hot rage right now. Non-fungible tokens. Some dude sold like
I'm sorry, what is fungible?
It doesn't turn into a mushroom. Non-fungible.
That's what it sounds like. No funguses were involved in the making of this product.
Some dude sold a digital, I call it painting, digital art for $69 million.
Did I see you watching a video on this about,
yes.
Or did I see something else about like what makes it digital art that you can sell?
Marquez Brownlee had a thing on it.
For how much money?
$69 million. But I like the backstory was something like he made art. I don't know anything about it other than what I like the short sentence I read. Somebody said like, make art every day for 10 years and you could sell one for $69 million too. So it's like, a dude that apparently he's been like putting out art, but I don't know why that would make. So I have no idea. But it's just like it's a thing. If there's like a one, so I guess the way it works, I assume the way it works is like there's one So it's not like a JPEG that you just download off the internet, you know?
Right.
It's like one piece, and it's like Bitcoin in the sense that it's like tied up in these servers or whatever.
Oh.
So and then you can display it, but it can only be displayed in one place at any one time.
Oh.
Or be like locked in your like
and
digital
fancy.
vault. Right.
What?
So it's like,
dude,
they figured out how
much money
to,
again?
69 million.
If I'm spending $69 million
what was the picture of, by the
on
way?
a piece of art,
Yeah.
then I want to hang it on a wall. I don't want it to be like kept in a server.
What was
You know what I mean?
what was the art? I didn't look at it.
I don't know. Obviously.
I mean, I guess we can't look at
Maybe
it.
it was a
That's
wild
the whole point.
dog for all we
Well, maybe
know.
that's
I
the whole
don't know.
point. I guess nobody knows.
Oh yeah, like
Because it's if
It's
somebody just had a
privileged
screen,
information.
if somebody had a screen capture of it.
right. Then everybody would be like downloading it, like, oh, I got it too.
Yeah, how does that-
We got a poster out of it.
How does
you
that?
know?
Yeah, how does that even work? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, like
I know this much about non-fungible
I
tokens,
get that
and you've heard it all.
digital artists make cool stuff, you know, like just because you're making something on a computer doesn't mean it's not art, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I do get that, but $69 million for something is a lot of money.
I'm sure there's some
I
story
just
behind
would
it.
want to
about-
be able to touch it, not on a screen. You probably shouldn't touch it.
touch screen. Zoom on it.
You're funny.
I don't know.
I mean, who has $69 million to spend on a piece of art?
I mean, the
Like
channels.
Beyonce or somebody.
The channel's doing pretty good. We could
It's
get
not
there.
doing that good. That's for sure. It's never doing that good.
Jonathan Reese's, what's up, dude? Hey, Let's hear box
Jonathan.
joint or dovetails. Which is better to learn and use on a regular basis? Via the conversation earlier, Toby, I would say box joints, because so better is a very questionable term, because or it's a debatable term, because it depends upon what you're looking for. If you're looking for beauty, and even that, right? So to some people, a box joint looks better than dovetail joints. Mm-hmm. But box joints by a mile will be able to be made faster. So when you say use regularly, I would say box joints, because you can make a box joint jig for your router table or the table saw and fairly quickly execute that joint. Versus dovetails, you can still, you get a lead jig or whatever, like you can still do it, but they will take longer for certain than box joints, in my opinion. I'm sure somebody could just bang them out, but with super specialized equipment or like one setup that you don't ever touch and you just come back and do it. So, with a lead jig and a router, you might be able to do them faster, but even just the layout is going to take you a little bit of time, unless you're cutting the exact same dovetails over and over and over again. Maybe. But yeah, box joints by a mile for me.
All right. So what I have learned from tonight's episode is that wild boars are an issue everywhere. Because Larry in Saskatchewan says that they're an issue up there too. Saskatchewan, Canada. Like, I guess anywhere a pig escapes, it turns into a wild boar.
wild
It's like
pig.
it
That's
turns
like-
it. It's like Teen Wolf. Like it gets out. You know what I mean?
Now that we should watch that.
Like
with the
he's
kids.
like biting the
that
beer
one-
can and
I
like.
bet that one
shooting
does
beer.
not. Hold
You
up
and I
well.
should watch that one. I don't think the
Yeah.
kids should watch that one, but it would be fun to watch.
Yes.
But they're like Teen Wolf,
Right, yeah, Teen
but
Wolf. There you go.
deadly, evidently.
Buying digital NBA moments you can buy
Isn't
and
that
trade
crazy?
like cards. That is insane. Yeah.
By the moment. I mean, I find that all very bizarre.
We should start making this an NFT.
Yeah,
So only
you
one
can
of you
buy
will
the
be able to
moment,
watch
people.
it. Yeah.
You can buy the moment that we're.
Only one person will be able to watch the replay and see all these. I'm going to sell this chat as an NFT.
All right. I mean, it'd be like 3 cents.
Yes.
No.
Let's see here. I have some walnut, but no live edge, so I think the grain will work like a cutting board. Yeah, exactly, Phil. That's exactly how you would look at. Yeah. So, what else do we have? Anything
I don't
coming
know.
up? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. So
It is 10 o'clock
we're
on the nose.
Dang.
Look at you.
Time goes by fast.
I know.
So what else we have is to end.
We need to go pack.
We got to pack. So, yeah, so we're heading
Yeah.
out.
Our
We're
kids are going to be
So,
like waking us up in the morning. Let's
Yep,
leave.
no video next week, but the week
No.
after, what I plan to build is a lumber cart, because,
Oh, we'll do that next.
excuse me? Yeah. Mhm. Huh?
Oh, we did talk about that.
Ah.
Yes. I forgot that was the next one.
Yeah, lumber cart.
It's been the much
the
talked
dominoes.
about.
The dominoes are starting to fall
They're
in the
falling.
shop, and I am super excited about it.
Yeah, it does look a lot better in here.
Here, why don't we've never done this, but why don't we try it out and
Oh
see what
man,
happens.
he's getting fancy.
I'm gonna spin you guys because we have the new.
You
I've got the new
spin me
stand,
right round,
so I can just
baby,
kind of
right
spin you guys around.
Yep.
And you're on a. So
Here we go.
I've never really shown you guys. Whoa. Okay, you're starting to unplug.
Oh man.
It. That's okay.
Someone's gonna buy this moment because they got
I know.
spun.
By the moment. Well, now I can't see what's going on. Okay. Well, this is what's going on in the shop at the moment. Robert was on. I don't know if he's still on, but Robert bought the my joiner from me, my old joiner. I've got the new joiner, and so I've got a bunch of stuff going on. Okay, it's just starting to upload over here. Ooh, it kind of weirded out there for a minute. Okay, cool. So anyway, I've got the lumber rack. So like this one that I made a long time ago over here, and then this one that is just like the worst piece of junk ever. It was literally like scrap poplar that I had and just put together. So that's going to go away. This is going to go away. And then back over there, if you can see back, there's like the plywood leaned up against it. So I'm always leaning plywood up against my lathe stand. And so I'm going to turn that into not the lathe stand, I'm not going to turn that into it, but I'm going to make that portion into a lumber cart and then get rid of the lathe stand because I never use the lathe anymore. So I'll have it, but we'll move it. So anyway, boom, boom, boom. Most of what you see here will be gone. And then I'll be able to move over the joiner and the planer and just have a lot of extra space. So there you go. All right, I'm going to do this. We're doing extreme close up. There we go. All right, let's go back here. Something like this. Maybe that's in focus. Maybe not. Coming over your head. All right, cool. Yeah, it's a little out of whack, but that's okay. So there you go. Now you guys have seen behind the scenes, and yeah, we get to move it.
And over here.
Live Wix, yes, Big Willie, for sure. We're not going to be out there for the whole week.
Right.
So
we'll be back.
We will be back.
We'll be back. We might watch Terminator while we're out there.
I'll be
back. Yes. I feel like we're what's his name from The Office doing he used to do that on The Office.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
I love it.
Him.
Okay, cool. Are the hats coming back, Collin?
I answered
Dude,
him.
we need to. Okay, yeah.
So we need to source them. It's gonna
I know.
take a minute, and then we maybe.
Just keep asking.
Yeah.
Keep bugging
We
us, and we'll do
appreciate
it one
the
day.
interest, and it might happen eventually. Yeah.
So, hope you guys have a great week and get out there, build something awesome this week, and we will see you guys next week. See ya.
Bye.